Hey guys, welcome back. This is Jax on the channel, The Jaxster. Today we're going to have a tutorial. It's to do with the new 1.16 update and for the Java version. The cool thing is we're going to get the release for both the Java and the Bedrock edition both on the same day. Of course, the Java probably will release early, and then the Bedrock release to all the different platforms will be staggered out. Usually seems like Nintendo's is the latest. So we'll have Xbox first, and then PlayStation, and Xbox and Windows, and then PlayStation, and then probably Nintendo. And it's all up to them. It's kind of not really up to Xbox when PlayStation or Nintendo releases. It's just kind of how they do it. And it's a different time zone and everything. So that's probably why part of that happens. But anyway, to get on to the tutorial, and the reason why you're here is you want to know how to reset to Java Nether. And while we do this, we're going to actually learn how to reset the end also, just in case you wanted to do that, because a lot of times if you're playing with a lot of people, the end can get rated pretty fast after you kill the dragon, and you may want to reset that. So it gives us two reasons why we might want to reset those dimensions in the game. And the big one is resetting the Nether for the update. I'm going to show you how to do that today, and I'm going to have another video before the release of the update, so look out for that too. And that brings me to the point, if you guys like this kind of content, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. That way you can get the updates to the information that I'm sharing with you. And I appreciate the support. So let's get on with the video. So we're going to jump over here, and Minecraft.net is where you're going to find the news. And so they talk about their different games and everything. The Nether update has the date, and we all know that now as the 23rd. So, and here we go. So I didn't mention iOS and Android too. They release, during the day too. It's not always the first thing in the morning. But anyway, so we got that information. That's great. Okay, guys, we're over here on the Java version of 1.15.2. It's the latest release for Minecraft before we get to 1.16 update. So we're going to go in, we're going to look at the world so you see what we have. So I've called it dimension reset. I've done a little bit of work ahead of time to get this done. And basically I've just created another portal and created a creative mode type of stronghold portal at the end. So it's an end portal. So let's go ahead and look at them. We're going to go take a look at the Nether first. And this is actually kind of my personal opinion, a crappy Nether. I mean, there is a fortress over there, which is nice. But, I built this out so that I could walk out without jumping into the lava. So, and it is the same way back here. There was only like one row. It was horrible. But anyway, so let's get back on and let's go look at the end. And I'm just doing this so you'll have an idea what happens. Okay, you can see I already killed the dragon. I used the command to kill the ender dragon, and that's why we still have the healing places still, and we had the egg there. So anyway, that just gets us into what 1.15 does. All right, so let's go ahead and exit the world. So save and exit. Okay, guys, we're going to open up File Explorer, and this is where the magic's going to happen for resetting the Nether. So when you open File Explorer, you'll probably be prompted with like this PC or maybe the last location you were opening up to look on your computer. So you have two areas here. The right side has this magnifying glass, and this is your search bar. Over here is your address bar. It's kind of like a browser. So you have the address bar and a search bar sometimes on it. So what we're going to do is go over here and highlight everything that's over here. If you have a long address that's in here, the easiest thing is you can double click. or just single click in here. Sometimes you double click it to highlight everything, or you can single click and use Control A, and that highlights everything, as you can see here. So Control A, and you can delete that so that you know nothing's in there. So I've just hit the delete key, and what we're going to do is type in %, which is Shift 5, APP, like app, and then data, DATA, and then Shift 5 again, which is %. And so you'll end up with what's here, %app data, %. And what this does gets to your app folder universally. And so once we get to there, you can just hit enter, and it takes you to your Minecraft folder right there. To give you a little more perspective of where this folder is located at, if you go back up one folder to the app data folder, this is where the Bedrock folder is. You have to go down. There's a little bit more file paths to get to it, but that's where you would go to. And your job is located in the roaming folder. If you get into modded, it could be in your documents, and you could have customly use a custom path to it for it too. But anyway, for the simple tutorial, most people are going to have this .minecraft folder, and that's where they're going to be at. Like I said, if you play some modded, you may have some other folders in here. For instance, Minecraft Dungeons, this is the location for it. And then good practice is you just right click here, copy, and then you can right click over here. If you click over here, you're going to go under a folder. So click over here where there's nothing at, right click and paste, and then you'll get another folder that's called Minecraft.copy or something like that, depending on what your folder's called, or if you made a copy before. So anyway, back up. You always back up your stuff. Next, we're going to go down to the Minecraft, and then we're going to go to saves. This is where all your folders are for all your saved worlds. And we called that one Dimension Reset. So we click on it, double click on it to open it up. And you have two folders in here that's talking about other dimensions than the overworld, okay? So it's called Dim1, which is the end, and Dim-1 is the Nether. It would have been nice if they just named these like the end or the Nether, but they didn't. And you can't rename them. If you rename them, the game will regenerate the Dim1 and Dim-1 folders. So, if you're thinking about that, I'll just tell you, don't do that unless you want those to be recreated. So for our sake, I could just rename this one called the Nether, but I've already made a copy of it, and that copy, we'll just do it again. Copy and then paste, and it was called Dim-1 copy. Okay. And then I just went into it, and you can right click and say rename. You do F2. There's a couple ways you get into it, but we'll just click on rename, and then you can call it the Nether or whatever you want to. Okay. So that's our backup. From there, I know, and this is what I'm showing you in the video, Dim-1 is the Nether. Okay. So what we're going to do is we can right click, delete. Now it's gone. It actually went into my trash, my folder. The folder went into the trash can on my desktop. So I could restore it if I needed to for some reason, but we're not going to worry about that. So that's the magic. That's where all the magic happens. We deleted it, and that's how you reset the dimension. If I wanted to reset the end at the same time, I would just delete both these folders. Okay, so that's how it's done, and let's go on. Okay, we deleted the dimension, Dim-1, which is the Nether. Now we're over here on 1.16. So we'll get on the 23rd. You download the latest version, 1.16, whatever it may be. And it looks like we got a new release candidate today, snapshot, which is kind of surprising because when I looked this morning, it was 1.16 pre-release 8. So they're happy enough to do a release candidate, which is good. That means that we're on the right track, at least for the Java. I can't say about Bedrock. Hopefully they are, because we're supposed to be in somewhat of a parity, right? So let's go ahead and go into single player. We got this dimension reset. I did go ahead and This is the second time I'm recording this part. For some reason, it did not record the video when I went into it. So you can see it says 116 release candidate warn. But I assure you there's no trickery going on, and that's why I'm telling you what happened. So if we click on play, we'll open this up. It does seem like the loading is a lot faster. Of course, this isn't a big world or anything at all either. So for 115, we have this here. We'll jump over into the end, and you can see this is the same end basically we had in 115. Didn't do anything new. Dragon egg is still here. The dragon's still dead. So let's go into Nether. I want to point out that the tiles in this portal are kind of glitchy looking. Didn't notice it in other versions, and I don't have any resource packs or anything on to change that. So just kind of a visual glitch, I guess. But anyway, it's going to the Nether, and you can see we have the update, and that's from deleting the dim-warn folder in File Explorer. And you can see we got all the new stuff. Those particles look like snow. Look kind of cool. But anyway, that's not what the video is about. The video is just showing you that how to reset the Nether. And that's pretty much it, guys. I will have another video coming out before the release, hopefully, telling you my opinion on resetting the Nether, going into more detail. This is just a tutorial to tell you how to do it. So, catch that video. And speaking about that, I do all those YouTube things, like I said in the beginning, if you like this kind of content, go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification bell. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, give me a thumbs down, or you can even hit the thumbs down twice, if you're really excited about not liking my video. But anyway, have a great week, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.